Hello everyone, and welcome to this step-by-step training on how to implement Facebook ads for your real estate business in 2022 to generate leads, appointments, and ultimately closings. So in this video, I'm going to cover picking your strategy. How do you pick the right campaign? How do you decide which campaign to pick? What budget do you need to select? And how do you build nurturing campaigns that ultimately convert these new leads into warm leads that are actually interested in talking to you? So in this video, I'm going to cover all of that, and I'm actually going to show you and build a campaign with you. I know a lot of these tutorials online either don't show their computer or they're just talking about a concept and they kind of just leave you to fill in the rest of the blanks. Whether it's buying their course or something like that. And so my style is I like to explain everything in detail from a high level so you can actually see what I'm talking about and understand it, and then get into the actual tactical and practical application of setting this up, because that's ultimately why you're here. So let's start with number one, which is picking your strategy. So if you're familiar with Facebook ads, to some extent, you'll know that there's different types of campaigns that you can choose from. And if you're not familiar with Facebook ads, then you're going to, basically be learning this for the first time. And so what you want to understand about Facebook is, I've really just simplified it here. There's really only going to be three main objectives that you're going to use as a real estate professional to get new clients. And I'm going to pull up the actual ad manager so you can see live in action what I'm talking about, and I'm not just explaining it. So I'm going to bounce between explaining it and showing you. Okay, I found this is the best way to teach. So let's get into it. So there's really only three campaigns to use, okay? And it's going to be either messages, right? Do you want inbound messages to your business from potential clients, right? Facebook is going to find people that will opt into Messenger, whether that's Facebook Messenger or Instagram DMs. The second thing is maybe your strength is a little bit more on the phone and maybe just calling leads and following up that way. If that's your, proven method, or that's what's going to work best for you, you're going to want to use lead forms, which I'll show you in just a second. And if you have a higher budget, or maybe you have a little bit more experience with social media ads, you have a bigger budget, you have some money to play with, and you're a little bit more experienced, you're going to want to focus on conversion ads, okay? So these are the three kind of simple ways I broke it down. There's a lot of other, things I could talk about, but this is really the most simple way to actually break it down. So when it comes to creating your campaign and actually setting up your campaign, you're going to choose between these three objectives that I mentioned. So the first one, messages, is right here. So if you like kind of chatting and messaging and texting, and you're kind of good with communicating people that way, and maybe that's where you think your ideal client would, opt into something, then let's focus on Facebook Messenger ads for you. And if you are better at maybe calling people and following up with people more traditionally, you're going to want to use lead forms. And lead forms are going to be considered lead generation, is how Facebook calls it. And then lastly, if you've got a bigger budget, maybe more experience, maybe a little bit more advanced, want higher quality leads, you're going to use conversion ads. And conversions are right here. This is where you take people off of Facebook, you send them through a funnel, they fill out a form, you have to install the pixel. You kind of got to know what you're doing in order to do this well, especially if your ads don't perform well. You have to be able to kind of manage the different moving parts, and you can't just kind of run a set it and forget it campaign like you can with messages, okay? So let's walk through the actual setup of the campaign so that you can see how we actually do this. So we're inside of our Facebook Business Manager, so you can create a Facebook Business Manager account at business.facebook.com/adsmanager. And basically what that's going to do is give you the ability to create a business manager, and inside of the business manager you're going to have your ad account. And your ad account is where you advertise and run ads for your business within. And then inside of that, you have campaigns, your ad sets, your ads, and you even have your pixels and all the more advanced stuff like that, right? But I'm basically in my business manager, okay? And right here, you see I have my test ad account selected. This is my number 4 ad account. I have a bunch of other ad accounts of clients and, our personal ad account. So this is our test ad account, and so this is kind of a blank slate, okay? So this is how it's going to look for you if you are starting your ad account from fresh. So what's going to happen here is once you kind of go through the process of creating the ad account, you want to get into actually running the ad. And the best part about these strategies right here especially is if you follow along with what I'm going to be showing you in this video to the T, you can literally get leads within the next few hours, okay? Once your ad account gets approved and once your ad gets approved and you put a reasonable budget like $5 to $10 a day, you will literally start generating leads within a few hours. So it's a really powerful system, but what most people don't understand is how to do the third part of this video. How do you actually build nurturing campaigns and educate your prospects so that when they come to you, they're ready and they're actually serious about either buying or selling their house, right? That's the big question that no one really shows you how to do effectively. Everyone just focused on more leads, more appointments, more deals. And while these things are great, really what you want to do is build a business and build systems that ultimately bring you warm clientele, especially if you're brand new starting off as an agent or you're just a solo agent. You can only do so many things. And so, the same reason that I create videos like this, and some days I literally spend 5-6 hours just making content, creating educational content for you guys, so that if you want to work with us or you want to check out some of our products, that this does a lot of the heavy lifting. It shows you how much value we're willing to provide and just shows you how much I ultimately care, right? So we want to follow the same framework here. Facebook ads are great, but ultimately we want to really create a full end-to-end system that is actually converting people, right? So let's go through these first 2 campaigns, since if you're a little bit more advanced, you'll probably be able to easily translate these 2 strategies into how you can use it here. And ultimately, this is more about installing a pixel and creating a funnel, which I'll show you a little bit about later, okay? So these 2 are virtually the same. It's just you're going to just choose a different objective, okay? So for this example, let's choose messages, just because I think this is a really, really powerful way to grow your business and do it in a way that is actually kind of, the future of business is just kind of being able to chat with somebody, send them some messages, learn a little bit more about them. You don't have to jump on a call, do this awkward exchange and try to convert them. It's just a simple way to get new people to send you messages. So this is really powerful. And if you actually look at one of our old ad accounts that we have, you can see how powerful this method is, because we used to run campaigns for clients in our own accounts, but you could see how powerful this is. Why? Because 273 leads or conversations were started with the method I'm going to be showing you for only 50 cents per conversation, and that's here in California. So if you're in another state that's less populated or has a lower price point, which is virtually every other state, you could literally implement this method and potentially be getting conversations for 25, 30, 40 cents, and even 50 cents is insane, okay? So think about literally, like a Starbucks drink a day, like a $4 or $5 Starbucks drink per day, getting you 4 to 5 conversations with people coming to you, asking you questions, filling out the form inside of the messenger. And I mean, for $137, $37 campaign, there's multiple closings that were inside of this campaign. Usually when we run campaigns like this, you can get a closing for about $220. I know it sounds insane. do have to work the leads, and you do have to kind of know some of the back end stuff I'm going to show you. But this is kind of the power of using messages to grow your business. So let's follow this through with the rest of the campaign setup. So I'm going to go to my test account here. I'm going to click create, and I'm going to choose messages. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to name our campaign cold traffic. And then I put a colon here, and then I type messages. So this is just my unique formula that I've come up with over the last 5 years. I've managed about $500,000 in advertising spend. So I'm, teaching you a way that I've kind of designed this system so that I can stay organized, things stay simple, things stay clean, and I don't have to kind of do too much thinking when it comes to what is, connected to what, or what's spending what, or what objective this campaign is, right? So we want to keep it simple. So all this is just a type of traffic. So if you're running your campaign for the first time, cold traffic just means new people, don't know who you are. We're going to use an audience on Facebook to find potential leads. And then messages is basically going to be the type of campaign. And I just basically, take that from here. Okay. Now our ad set is where we choose the location, right? So we choose, I want to target Los Angeles, California. I want to target people that are 18 to 65. I want to target people that are, interested in Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com or thinking about selling their home. That's who I want to target, right? And then I want the placement to be on the Facebook newsfeed, right? That's what we do in our ad set. And I'm going to show you how we name that. And this is just based on, once again, my formula. There's not technically a right way to do this since it's subjective. It's just basically what I've designed over the years. You could see here's my exact process for, creating an ad campaign. So, over the years, I've learned what works and what doesn't. So if you come here, I just pasted this into the ad set. So it just basically tells me the age we're targeting. 18 to 65 is going to be standard for all real estate campaigns. And then audience 1 from our worksheet, that's basically part of our program, New Breed Agent Academy. So where we kind of teach you how to pick your audiences, stack them all up, and then select the first one. So in this example, I'll show you how we edit this later. And then city, state is just where we actually drop the pin for targeting, which I'll explain. And then the radius is how big of a radius we're going around this location. Our ad angle is basically what our ad is about. So we can see it when we're comparing different ad sets. And our placements is just going to be where the ad is placed. So if it sounds complicated, just keep watching because I'm just going to really simplify it. So image number 1, this just means that's going to be our ad image that we're using, okay? So we just click continue, and then it takes us into kind of this builder, right? So special ad categories, we have to choose the housing category. It's just mandatory. The reason being is when Facebook got in trouble with some of the election fraud and some of these different things that people were saying were going on. I'm not political. I don't get into any of that stuff at all. I'm just explaining to you how it went when there were some conversations about, the election and things that were going on. Facebook just had to kind of put this thing in place in order for them to kind of protect themselves against, that criticism or feedback, whatever you want to call it. If you don't care about it, just know all you have to do is click housing and you're fine. Okay, so now we move over here to next, and we just make sure that this stuff is off, and we're going to go to the next section. Okay, so you've basically completed 33% of the campaign at this point. You've chosen your objective, and now we're going to choose our targeting. Okay, so for our destination, what I recommend is we're going to choose click to message. So that's basically running an ad and sending people to message your page. And now what we're going to want to do is turn off Instagram for this specific example. The reason being the type of ad I'm going to show you is only going to work on Messenger, and it's actually surprisingly underrated. All this stuff is, like I said, like your brokerage probably isn't teaching you this. And this is like cutting edge stuff. It's been around for a bit of time, but it's still really, really powerful. So we're going to turn off Instagram, because what this means is not where is the ad shown, but we're basically going to be sending people to chat with your business page on either Messenger or Instagram. And if you do both of these, you kind of have to have two different systems set up. And so I want to really keep it simple today and just focus on one. You're still going to get 50-cent leads or $1 lead or even $2, $3 leads, and they're really powerful. So just click Messenger, and then for Facebook page, you're just going to choose your page. So I'm going to choose Quinn Nolan, and I'm going to move to the next section, okay? Optimization for ad delivery, we're going to just choose conversations, and we're going to keep moving. Now, here's where you set your daily budget. So I recommend just starting out with $5 per day. It's so insane what you can do for your business with literally $5 a day. Once you start getting results, you start seeing the power of it, you start getting a consistent lead flow, you're getting some momentum, then you literally can start to put that money that you make from the ad spend, put it back into the system and start generating more leads, okay? So this is really, like I said, this is one of the things most agents don't do. They go make a commission check and they keep it for themselves, or they spend it on something and then they go out and try and get another deal. But what I'm showing you is how do you actually create a system so that you can consistently turn ads into profit. That is the goal, because if you can put $5 in per day and after the first month you have that closing teed up, it's ready to go, you make 5K, you make 10K or 15K depending on where you are or more, and you basically turn, a few $100s into 5-10 grand, right? You want to take a few thousand of that, budget that into ads over the next few months, and keep feeding this system, because when you get the momentum of it, you can go to your, if you have a team or you have the desire to build a team, you literally can go to your team and say, hey, look, I've got this super insane system. We get Facebook DMs all day, every single day. People are hitting us up, asking us to buy or sell a home, and you can be a part of our team. We'll give you these leads. You work them. You don't have to cold call. You don't have to do any of that. It's all through Facebook Messenger, and you just, hit them up, respond back and forth when they're ready to talk. You guys can talk, and it's literally like calling a friend, right? So this is really, really powerful, you guys. I'm telling you, you're not going to learn how to do this almost anywhere else exactly how I'm showing you. So put the daily budget for $5 to start. For the start date, you can just leave it as is. It should show your date and the time that it is around that you're setting up the ad. And then for our targeting, we're going to go to our locations. So here's where we're going to choose the location. So let's just say that you are in Austin, Texas. You would go here, and basically wherever you choose this specific template is going to, or this specific targeting is where you want to generate leads, okay? So, maybe you're in California, you want to generate leads in another state or another area. You can totally do that. I mean, I'm not going to, depending on what you're trying to do, right, it may or may not work, and depending on what your ad is, but in general, this is where you're going to generate leads, okay? So if I'm a local agent, let's just say I'm in Pasadena, California, and I want to generate leads in Pasadena, California, and I want all types of leads here, I'm just going to make sure that I choose, this area, and I'm going to do people that live in this location, and that's basically going to be my targeting, okay? It has to be at least 15 miles, like I said, because of the housing category limitation, and that's just the way it is. If you want to make it a little bigger, you can do 25, you could do 20, you could do 16, you could do 34. Anything from 15 to 50 you can do within one location, and you can also stack different locations as well. So if you want to do Pasadena, if I want to choose like Anaheim over here, I can select that. If I want to choose, this area right here, maybe Riverside, I can do that as well. So Riverside, and then I would basically have 15-mile radius around the Pasadena, Riverside, and Anaheim, okay? And that would give me an audience potential size of 8.2 million people, and I wouldn't worry too much about how many conversations it says you're going to get, because Facebook doesn't know that I have the secret ads, I have the secret formula, I know how to curate this content specifically for leads that you're looking for, so don't worry about that, okay? So I'm going to just stick with one location because that's just how I like to do it. So you would just choose, I would just recommend starting with one area and just make sure this audience size is at least, depending on where you are, it's not always going to be what I'm saying, but yeah, if you can get that audience size to be at least, 300,000 people, that would be good. It's not a hard rule. It just kind of depends on all these other factors, but bigger is better in this sense, just because we're going for volume, we're going for low cost leads, we're going for conversations, we're going for that $200 in, $5,000 to $10,000 out. That's what we're going for in this strategy. So we don't want to over-index on trying to over-qualify people and do all kinds of stuff up front. We want to set it and forget the system. Take your mind off of lead generation as an agent so you can focus on other business building activities like converting the leads, creating content and assets. This should be a plug-and-play system that you're not thinking about, you're not screwing around with, you're not wondering what to do next and doing all these different things. You're not becoming a marketer, right? You're just becoming somebody that knows how to plug and play a system, get leads, get in and then get out, right? It's almost like, in jiu-jitsu or a martial art, it's like, maybe if you're going to a class for a weekend or a boot camp, you're not looking to become a black belt. You're just looking for, to master some basic self-defense stuff so that if anything ever happens, you know that you're taken care of, right? It's kind of the 80-20. So there's not really much more benefit you can get by trying to do all these different things. I've done it for the past 6 years, and I found that the majority of the conversion is just based on the back end follow-up systems, which I'll talk about later. So pick a location, make sure there's a good amount of people. Don't try and do too much, trust me. So detailed targeting, we can't adjust the age, we can't adjust the gender, that's just how it is. Detailed targeting, I would just choose one or two of these. You can stack a few if you want, but for me, I'm just going to stick with Zillow. I was going to say something else, so it came out with an S. But Zillow is the one I'm going to select. Gives me an audience size of 1.7 to 2 million. Boom, perfect. I can even add a few more if I want there, but for me, that's perfect, okay? Then this is going to make sure that that's off, which it should be for, housing. And then languages, if you need people or want to connect with people that speak different languages, here's where you can do that. So if you work with people that speak Spanish, you can type Spanish here. You can type, I believe there's pretty much every language you could think of here. So you can type, Spanish, Chinese, you can type anything here. For me and my clientele, it's going to be English. I usually just leave it blank, but just, since this is a step-by-step tutorial, I want to show you, what you can do with it. In terms of more options, that's just going to open up the custom audience thing and stuff like that. You can also narrow, which we're not going to narrow the audience in this specific example. And then for automatic placements, or for placements, we're just going to leave it at automatic placements. So what does this mean? So placements is where our ads get shown. So if we select manual placements, we can see all of the placements the ads are going to show and a preview on the right side. So here's the Facebook feed. You guys have all seen your Facebook feed. Here's Instagram feed. You've all seen Instagram feed. Here's Facebook Marketplace. You've all seen that. Video feeds, right column, Explore, Stories and Reels. Okay, so this is Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Messenger stories, in stream. So this is going to be when people are watching videos inside of Facebook. If you've ever kind of scrolled through that infinite loop on Facebook, that's what that is. Reels overlay, search. So if you search on Facebook, this is something that's actually becoming more and more popular. If I type on Facebook, Quinn Nolan, right, and Facebook knows that my account is about lead generation and real estate, then when people type in that search, they may see my ad, or they may see somebody that, does a similar, offers to a similar customer base, like real estate agents. They would populate there. Messages, so this is about sponsored messages. So once people get into your, subscription base, which I'll show you in a bit, you could technically send a sponsored message to everyone in your Messenger subscription base. And then in article, Facebook Instant Articles, and apps and sites. So there's a ton of places to do it. That's why we keep it simple by just doing it automatic, because the reason we can get away with this is for two reasons. Number one, we're choosing an objective that is on Facebook, so it's a Facebook messages campaign. And the other one you could get away with doing this with is Facebook lead forms. That's the first reason. So it's on Facebook. So when you take people to a landing page or a funnel, that's not on Facebook. So you have to get a little bit more specific. You have to know what you're doing when it comes to the placements, the budgets, the targeting, because if your ad's not performing and Facebook can't get data that's off the website, then your ads could literally, you could spend an extra $5 here, $10 there, and before you know it, your lead cost is too high and the system is clogged, right? So we can get away with it because, one, we're doing it on Facebook. It's a Facebook event, and our audience size is big enough. And then I guess there's a third reason: our offer is very strong, and we're going after a market that's much more broad that will, through volume, bring the right type of client. Okay, so that's why we can get away with it if you're curious. So now what I'm going to do is name this ad set. So I'm going to name the ad set basically the audience we targeted. So this is going to be Zillow. Then we're going to do Pasadena, California, 15-mile radius, and then we're going to do automatic placement. So I'm going to type Zillow here. Then I'm going to do Pasadena, California, 15-mile radius. Okay, so you can kind of see now what this is. And then our ad angle is going to be, custom list of houses or homes. And I'll show you how we do that later. And then this is going to be automatic placements. So now we're going to click next. And so now we have a nice clean way of explaining kind of what our ad is, who our ad set is targeting. So we don't have to look inside the ad set when we start running the campaign. Okay. So now for our ad, this is where we create the actual creative. So the ad image, what the ad says, the headline, and the actual, call to action button. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to add media. So you're going to want to get an image of the property that either you have listed or a property that's hot on the market, or you can use a template like this that we've created on Canva, and basically it just has a grid of different images. Okay, so I'm going to use that for now, and then I'm just going to make sure that these these images are actually lined up so that it looks good. If you see I do that placement size, it's not going to it doesn't look good. It doesn't show the entire image, right? And so then I'm going to leave the smaller 1 by 91 by 1 size image, which is just a fancy way of saying this size image. I'm going to leave that there because the original kind of doesn't format the right way. Okay, so we're going to leave that there and click done. And now we can see we've got our ad. Okay, so I can put a template down below if you are interested in this. I don't mind giving it away for free. Where is the grid template? There it is. So just comment down below if you want the template. Just comment templates down below, and I can just send you a file to Canva. Canva's free, And this stuff is literally just drag and drop. So if I go uploads, and if I want to add an image of this house, I could just add that there, okay? So it's that simple. That's how we did this, drag and drop. You can change this all super, super easy. So if you want that, just comment templates down below, and we will get that to you totally free. So now for our primary text, we're going to use our trusted new homes list template, okay? So I'm going to pull up my template here. Our just listed template works really well also, but you'd have to kind of change the lead magnet more frequently, because what ends up happening is you have to, if that property sells, right, you have to kind of change it out, or potentially people are saying that the property's not there, or whatever it is, right? So when you do something a little bit more open-ended, like a new list of properties on the market, people can access this pretty much at all points in time, especially if you have an actual, IDX website. So I'm going to pull up one of my clients' websites. You can see here I've kind of done this type of a tutorial before. So for example, if we were going to choose Pasadena, this is just on our client's website. This link will change just, every single day. So if this thing sells, this won't be here, et cetera, et cetera. So this is really a cool part of the system, because, then if you're running the ad and something sells, it's not like you have to go change the ad, change the back end, change all these things. It's just the link will stay the same. You don't have to think about it. And then all you have to do is literally, you just keep running the ad, and then from there, you're just going to get new leads every day, okay? So this is kind of what we're looking for in terms of the back end. So now I'm just going to copy this ad, because this is proven to work, and I'm going to paste it right here. So new city, homes on the market. So we're going to type new Pasadena, homes on the market. And then check out these adjectives. So this is like beautiful or gorgeous. So I'm going to say stunning. And then homes that just hit the market in Rancho. So Rancho is technically a city. So I'm going to do in Pasadena. And then click learn more below to get a custom list of homes instantly via Messenger. Okay. And so there we go. And so now we're going to take our headline from the ad template. We're just going to copy that right here, and then we're going to paste it right there. And we're going to do, let's see, click learn. Oh, no, that's the click learn more. So I'm going to actually change this here. So boom, get a list of custom homes. All right. And now it's going to say send message. So we're going to change that to learn more. And now we pretty much have the ad set up. Okay. So we have like the image there, the image there. You can see it's basically all over, Facebook and Instagram just from that. Okay. So now we need to know, now we're going to actually do our, message template. So this is going to be, what do people actually receive when they send the message to the page? Okay, so what that means is they're going to see an ad, they're going to click on it, they're going to want that custom list of homes, and so then from there we're going to want to have something that auto responds in our Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to show you how you can do this really, really easily. Okay, so we just go to start conversations, and we're going to click on edit. And then we have a few different ways to greet the customer. We have customer action. So I'll show you how to do this. And I'm just going to walk you through it. So it's going to pull their first name. Hi, Quinn. Please let us know how we can help you. So Facebook has this automatically built, just, because they're not in real estate. They're not doing real estate ads. So this is going to be, something we want to change here. So we're going to do, hi, Quinn, click get custom homes list down below to get your list. Okay, so now you're going to see it says, hi Quinn, click get custom homes list down below to get your list. But it says, can I schedule a showing? Are there any new properties available? Can I speak to an agent? So it doesn't really make sense. So this is kind of where all of my experience comes into play and how we do this. So we're going to change this from frequently asked questions to quick replies. And now we're going to type in get custom homes list. Okay, and so now you can see it says, hi Quinn, click get custom homes list down below to get your list. All right, and then you can just leave it as text. You know, in our more advanced programs and products, I show you how to connect a bot to it and kind of have different automated questions. But for this example, we just want to keep it simple and get the lead and pretty much start the conversation. Okay. So basically, when they click that, we just want to enter a response and just put the actual link to the list of homes just to give them exactly what they wanted, okay? So we're just going to say, okay, awesome. Here's your list of homes for sale in Pasadena. And then you can just paste the link right inside of here. Let me copy this. It may be too big here. Let's see. So we're going to just leave it as that. Awesome. Here's your list of homes for sale in Pasadena. And we're just going to leave it as that because right now it's not letting me paste this actual link inside of the chat right here. So we're just going to leave it as that, and I'll show you how we can set this up to deliver this link here. So we're going to click Save Template, and we're just going to do Custom Homes List, and then I'm just going to put Pasadena just so it all makes sense. We're going to click Save and Finish. Okay. So now we're done on the Facebook side. Now what you're going to need to do is sign up for a tool called ManyChat, and it's free. I have the pro version, but it's free for your first kind of setup. So all you're going to need to do is go to your Automations tab, and you're just going to follow along real simple. So you're just going to click on New Flow, and you're going to go to Start from Scratch. And we're just going to type in custom homes list Pasadena. So the same thing here. Okay, so keep in mind you can skip the step I'm showing you and just launch the ad. What's going to happen is you're going to get leads coming in, and you could potentially just send them the link manually so you don't have to do this step. You're still going to get leads, okay? But I'm going to show you how to automate that so you don't have to keep sending it, and you can just kind of get them the list and then send them over the, send them a message to kind of follow up, okay? So we're just going to choose a trigger, and the trigger is going to be our actual keyword, okay? So just follow along. Don't worry about it. You'll see how it makes sense in a second, okay? So I'm just going to do get custom homes list. Okay, and click create. And so now, let's see if message contains, let me make sure it's saved, or I don't know what happened here. There we go. So if message contains get custom homes list, then we're going to choose Messenger since our ad is only on Messenger. And then we're just going to type hi, we're going to do first name. So we're going to do hi Quinn. Here's your list of homes for sale in Pasadena. And then boom. And then we're just going to click add button. And then we're going to click on open website. And then we're just going to paste a link from our website right here. And just like that, it's done. So we're just going to name our button Custom Homes List. Maybe do a little house emoji. Oops. And now we've got our system set up. So now what's going to happen is when the lead clicks on the ad, they're going to get this custom homes list instantly. And I will demo it for you so you can see how it actually works. So we're going to click on preview in Messenger. And basically what's going to happen is if I go to my Facebook and close all these tabs, I don't like to have all this stuff open. Yeah, we don't need any of this. Okay. So now I'm going to go to my Facebook and I'm going to have a message from the system. So I'm going to click on messages. Oops. And you're going to see right here that it says, "Hi Quinn, click get custom homes list down below to get your list." So like I said, imagine I saw the ad, I clicked the button, then I would get this message, get custom homes list, and I would say, okay, get custom homes list. And then what we just sent up on this automation is this. So it says, awesome, here's your list of homes for sale in Pasadena. So this is, I forgot, this is from, this is from Facebook. So it sent this here, but what we were missing was this link. So check this out. All I got to do is click that. And I don't know why it's not, maybe I pasted the link incorrectly. Let's see. Let me repaste the link. All right. So the system, I didn't correctly put in the link to the system in the final moments here. But all we got to do is click custom list. I'm going to use bit.ly here. This will shorten the link. That may be part of why. So I'm just going to click paste the link here, and then it will shorten the link. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm just going to go back here and then click done and click publish. So let's try that again. So we will do another preview. And now I'm going to get another message. So, hey Quinn, click get custom list below. So I'm going to click that. It's going to send 2 messages. Now I'm going to click this. And there we go. So I think I had pasted the link incorrectly. But now it takes me here. So not only do I have the ability to now message this lead inside of ManyChat, so I can refresh this here. And if I go to me, Quinn, since I've already been here, I subscribed 3 years ago. Been doing this for a while. I can start a chat and I can see that message with the lead. So, hey, how are you? Boom. And what's really cool is you can see, like I said, I can engage right here with the potential prospect and just send them messages. And it's cool because our CRM, which is the New Breed Agent CRM, actually gives you the ability to text the lead, email the lead, Facebook message the lead, all inside of one conversation. So you can see here is my conversation with this lead, which is me. And if I pretend, right, as the lead to give you my phone number, it's going to automatically give you the actual, it's going to port that into the field. So if we go here, you'll notice that it doesn't show a phone number here. So if I type in my number, I'm good. Here's my number. And I do 909-670-6051. Look at that. It's going to automatically port into this field in just a second. If I refresh it, it should port into it. If not, there it is. Yep. Boom. So it ports here, and I can message, this lead right here. I can see them on Facebook, and now I can actually text them. Text message. Boom. I don't have my phone with me right now, but me as a lead could actually get that text. I can email all in one place, so I don't have to go chase this person around. It's all in my system. I can go to this lead. I can add a note here. I can say, had a good conversation with this lead. He's awesome. Boom. Save. Okay. So that is basically all you're going to need to know to set up an advertising system using Facebook. I'm telling you, I know at the end here, they kind of changed some features here and they moved stuff around. So you had to go into ManyChat here, but ultimately the ability to actually send these links, and maybe as I'm realizing right now, I could have pasted the shorter link. It may have been because that one was too long. So there it is. So I don't even have to do that whole automation thing that I said. And I can prove that it works because I can just do preview. And now I'm doing another test. So get custom homes list. And look, there it is. So you don't have to do the ManyChat thing. I didn't realize that in the moment. But there it is. Really, really cool way to get leads, to start conversations, and ultimately get closings. And I'm telling you, if you do this exactly how I showed you here, you can literally get deals for $200, $300. I'm not even kidding. So I hope this was valuable for you. Hope this gave you an understanding of how to actually set up Facebook ads for your real estate business. I'll be making more and more content. I'll be breaking down each method specifically. Since I can't do all of them in one video, they'll get too long and they'll become too complicated. But this is how you can use Facebook messages to grow your business using Facebook ads. And just start with a $5 per day budget. Let me know how things go, because I'm telling you, they will actually work. So I hope this finds you well. I will see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. That really helps me out, helps me, gives me the ability to keep making these free videos for you guys and just show you guys how you can grow your business. So subscribe, hit the like button. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.